For more on the situation in Kashmir, we turn to Dr. Roby Barrett, a scholar with the Middle East Institute. Dr. Barrett, thank you so much for joining us. Let's begin with the impact of this easing of the curfews. Do you think it will have much of an impact at all on the current situation, the tensions over there?
It may have an immediate impact and to some degree alleviate the immediate tension, but as far as the problem itself, it's really not going to change the situation at all. I mean, this is a clear case of the Indian government's very, very frustrated because they can't find a solution to this problem. It's a problem that's existed since the creation, since the split between India and Pakistan. And as a result, they're looking for a simple shortcut to get control of it. And it really might serve to push people who were on the fence to radicalize them, so it could actually make it worse. But the fundamental situation is not going to change.
Both sides have threatened, more moves that could potentially exacerbate the situation over there. Are we at the brink of seeing a military confrontation?
Well, you would think, I mean, of course, both states, both India and Pakistan being nuclear states, there's always the potential that something could set off a conflagration. You would think that both of them would want to avoid that, and yet the frustrations of the situation and the fact that both governments, particularly the Indian government now with the sectarian Hindu-dominated parties running things, put them in a position where they can't really go forward, they can't go backward, and they can't be seen to be weak, because there are many other forces within India that if you back down in a situation that you've helped to exacerbate, you could be facing problems in other areas as well. And so it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens here.
That's what I was going to ask you about domestic politics. And what role exactly do domestic politics play into all of this in both Pakistan and India in this current confrontation?
Well, I think if you look at, it's not just Pakistan and India, but that's what we're talking about now. But if you look globally, when you have a sizable chunk of the population that has expectations, and you've basically been running a populist kind of campaign, trying to appeal to the man on the street, promising him a better life, and there's only so much to go around, and the improvements are marginal. Maybe in some cases there are some clear improvements, but they're not what the man on the street really wants. Then there's this propensity to want to distract him with external issues. And then Kashmir really has been a problem. I mean, it's really been a problem forever. And I honestly believe that if you ask the Kashmiris, they'd like to see the Pakistanis and the Indians go away in the situation. But it's not going to happen because it's become a fundamental issue, bone to pick between the two countries. And so I just don't see it. I don't see a resolution to it. And you would think that the Indians in particular looking at it would not want to ignite something that would cause the thing that everybody deep down really fears, a full-blown war and maybe even the use of nuclear weapons, because in many respects, I believe India and the progress it's making has more to lose.
Dr. Roby Barrett, thank you so much for your time and perspective.